Hiya, I'm Jasper, and welcome to your video review for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. As always, I'm going to give it the good, the bad, and the furry. To start off with the furry, I'm not going to tell you about any of the furry because I think that any of the furry that occurs in this film occurs far enough in that I would consider it spoilery. So, there's plenty of furry. Enjoy it. I'm not going to say anything more about that. So, moving on to the good and bad. So this is a movie starring some dude who I've never seen anything in, but he is a Marvel superhero now, so you know he's going to be in a bunch of other things and be a big, big name. I just don't remember it right now. And it also has Awkwafina. Now, Awkwafina was in the other Disney movie where she was a dragon, and I found her voice kind of annoying because it's Awkwafina's voice. I will say that I found her voice less irritating in this movie than I have in other movies that she's been in. I liked her character, so I liked that I didn't find her voice as annoying. If you like Awkwafina's voice, then carry on with your life. It's going to be great. So this movie, it's a Marvel superhero movie, and man, it just reminds me that they really should just stick to movies because their movies can be absolutely awesome. I love Black Widow. I hope you've seen Black Widow in theaters. If not, go and see it in theaters. But this movie, boy, I think this is going to be one of like the top 5 Marvel movies. I really thoroughly enjoyed this movie. And it's a Marvel movie, so it's not like the graphics suffered at all, but like they didn't suffer at all. They had big budget money going towards this, so there was a lot of CGI that really made sense. The 10 rings are, on the armbands, and they like shoot them out, kind of like glorified airbending. But I really like how they worked the 10 rings and how they worked the technology and the fighting style and the things that happened in this movie. I really liked their explanation for it and how they worked it to make sense within the rest of the Marvel universe. Because you know how with some of the individual Marvel movies, it's like, but why didn't the Avengers call? Or where was Doctor Strange? Or why wasn't S.H.I.E.L.D. getting in on this? Or S.W.O.R.D. or whatever else. Like, those sort of things. Or like, why didn't they use this other weapon or armor or things that have been developed? Or like, how is this a big threat when we have these other weapons and armor? That kind of thing. I did not feel that at all in this movie. There was one little fight sequence where I was like, okay, I feel like you would have done things a little differently if you weren't trying to like show off this type of thing, but I still had a fun time during it. And I had a fun time during all of the fight sequences, as well as the storyline. The storyline I really liked. It was good, and so sometimes with like Chinese style cinema or whatever, you have like the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, or the like the Jet Li movies where, not the American Jet Li movies, but the Chinese Jet Li movies where there's so much wire work, and then they got like the bendy swords and everything else, and like it's beautiful, but it's like it's not believable within our world. So I was kind of worried about that happening with this movie, and I will say that it didn't. Any of the like martial arts or like fantastical things, I still felt like there was gravity and that there was physics involved. Even if there was magical physics, there was still physics involved, and I liked how they did it, and it was entertaining to watch. And like I said, just this movie I think is one of the better Marvel movies, especially since Avengers. Like this movie is awesome. I really think that you should go see it in theaters. You're gonna have a good time. See it on the biggest screen you can, because this is one of those ones that they spend a lot on the CGI and they got a lot of scale going with a lot of things, and I think it's worth it to see it in theaters. And storyline's excellent. The acting's awesome. There's little guest appearances from other Marvel Cinematic Universe type things in a fun way, and it's not all serious. Like there's still some jokey things, but it's not like constant jokes throughout. It's a little bit more serious, but it's not like everything's terrible and the world is just terrible like in some of the DC universe. Now, don't get me wrong. I love DC universe stuff when they go heavy into that stuff, because that is their style universe. That's not the Marvel one, but it can still be more serious than some of the other Marvel movies. But they still had plenty of fun jokes, and I found it to be an awesome movie, awesome time, great visuals, great music, great acting, great writing. So you should definitely go and see this. And it's like, I would say it's one of the Matrix quality of Marvel movies. So it's really high up there. So check it out. Let me know what you think once you've seen it. Alrighty, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming. Hope to see you at the next one. Bye.